Alright, hey guys, I'm gonna try to make this quick since my computer keeps crashing, but I wanted to make a video about coming out and sexual preferences. Basically coming out is hard. It basically depends on the situation you're in, age and all that. I don't really understand why people are so prejudiced against people for who they love. Love is love. You can't exactly help it. And the choice of someone on who they love, whether it be a girl and a girl, a guy and a guy, or if they like both, it's not your choice. It's not up to you. It doesn't affect you, and it doesn't hurt you. So you have no right to judge someone. Um, Something that really bothers me is when people are accepting of lesbians but not gay guys. There's no difference. It's the same thing, only different gender that loves each other. And that whole going to hell for we love thing, bullshit. If that's like, I'm not extremely religious myself, but when I was younger, I grew up being a church kid with my mom. Cause my mom, sorry I said that weird. Um, and if any of those Bible humpers would read the book they preach and say they live by it, they would know that it says that God loves all his children equally and we're all his children. So basically, he loves us all, no matter what. So, um, and saying this about Christians and all, I'm not talking shit about all of them because I know not all of them are horrible, like most of those protesters. I actually have a friend who's Christian and he doesn't judge on people's sexuality or anything. But anyway, this is my coming out story, and at the end I'll do some questions and read some tips for anyone who wants to come out or you know needs to know how to do it or anything. So basically, when I was 8, my friend from dance class pulled me into a bathroom. She was more developed than us and she was freaking out about it. And as wrong as it sounds, she lifted up her shirt. And I realized that's when I like girls and guys. As wrong as that sounds. Um, and eventually, as I got older, my parents got a divorce. And first of all, I never really told anyone because my mom was against all that, even though my dad has a friend who is lesbian and he was supportive of her. My mom always said that she didn't approve of her lifestyle, but you know, she loved her, but she didn't approve of her lifestyle. Um, so I never really told anyone. I basically forced myself to like guys, and if I thought a girl was pretty, I basically pushed the thought out of my head, thinking I was wrong. Um, and after my parents got divorced, my dad was looking at computer history, and first of all, I want to clarify for all those perverts out there, I was not looking at porn. I was looking at pictures of girls fully dressed, normal, to see if I really was bisexual, and I had been doing that ever since I was 8, trying to figure it out. Um, and I figured out when I was about 12 that I really was bi, and I stopped trying to hide it, from myself at least. And my dad asked me about it, and because there were some pages up in the history, like how to tell if you're bisexual or lesbian or something, I panicked and told him I was pansexual, thinking that like if he was mad at me, it would make him less mad at me. For anyone who doesn't know what pansexual is, they don't love people for their gender; they love them for who they are. Love is love type thing. And so that's what I told my dad, and he seemed to be okay with it. Although I told my sister I was bisexual, and she was really supportive of it, thankfully. I was really worried that she wouldn't be, and the way I told her was she lived with me and my dad for a while with her 3 little kids, and I told her that I said, "Hey, can I tell you something and you won't be mad at me, right?" And she's like, "Right, I love you no matter what." And right there, that made me feel really confident. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. About telling her. So I told her I was bi, and she said that she was happy I told her, and that she still loves me and she accepts me for who I am. And so, also, I after my parents got divorced, I didn't really talk to my mom anymore because of some incidents that happened. But that's not about that doesn't belong in this vlog. So I didn't really tell my mom. Besides my sister, I was closest to my cousin, so I decided to tell her. I was really nervous because her family is really religious, and I told her, I was like, hey, I'm bisexual, and she lives in my home state, which is like 2 states away, so I texted it to her. And she said she was happy I told her and that she accepts me for who I am, basically what my sister said. And then my dad found out when me and my sister were talking about it one day, and so I told him, yeah, I'm bisexual. He seemed to accept it, but he really didn't. And ever since he found out, he started yelling at me a lot more, grounding me for just like the little things, yelling at me for things that my sister and my nieces did wrong, or even things he did wrong. And even when he knew someone else did it, he would still yell at me, and I would be the one to get in trouble for it. And he started taking away my laptop privileges and my phone and everything. The person that I felt most it would be the hardest to come out to would be my friend Kana. By the way, Kana, if you're watching this, I love you. You're an awesome friend. But we've been friends since kindergarten. We're both now in 10th grade. So I was worried about wrecking our years of friendship by telling him this, and so I made up one of those forward text things, and I said, forward this to 5 friends and tell them 2 things that no one knew about you. He told me 2 things that no one knew about him, and I told him something. I was like, and I'm bisexual. He sent really in all caps, and I was like, okay, that's either a good really or a bad really. And I was like, yeah, with a bunch of dots. He's like, oh my god, we can talk about girls now, and all that, and like share all these interests and everything. First of all, I started laughing because I found it extremely funny. Second of all, I was extremely happy that I hadn't just thrown away our friendship. Telling any friends I make now, I usually wait until they know everything about me besides that, and if I feel that they wouldn't judge me for it, then I'll tell them, and if they choose not to be my friend, then they were never really my friend in the first place. So, that was my story. Sorry, I'm trying to make it quick because my computer keeps crashing, but some usually ask questions. Um, what is it like coming out to friends? Um, it depends on how long you knew them and how much they know about you, because we all have some of those friends where they don't know that much about you, even though they think they do. And then we all have that one friend where you tell absolutely everything to, and then that one friend that can't keep a secret for shit. That one friend that can't keep a secret, I would not recommend telling them if you want to keep it a secret from everybody else. But tell the one you trust the most and you think would be the most accepting about it. Should I tell my parents? Is it safe to come out to my parents? If your parents are extremely religious and seem against it, like if you're a girl or a guy and you like the same gender or both genders, I wouldn't recommend telling them. Basically, because what happened with me and my dad could happen to you, and it's really unfair to have your stuff taken away or be yelled at every day or maybe even beat. I don't know how your parents treat you for your sexuality. You know, you can't help who you love. Love is love. Who should I tell? Whoever you feel closest to. By the way, I'm looking down because I wrote some of this down. I don't know if I said that earlier or not, but I wrote some stuff down so that I wouldn't forget to say it. But so whoever you feel closest to and you think would be the most accepting is the person I think you should tell first. So you feel guilty for being in the closet? No, you shouldn't. You just aren't ready to tell everyone yet, and it's perfectly normal. I was in the closet, obviously, until I was like 13. So from 8 to 13. Reasons not to come out. Someone is pressuring you. If someone thinks you love a certain gender or both genders, and they're like, "Oh, come on, just say it," or if you already told someone and they're pressuring you to tell everybody else but you aren't ready to, then don't do it. It's all about your comfort level, and if you're not comfortable, then don't do it. Um, you still are unsure about your sexuality. If you're a girl and you still aren't completely sure if you're lesbian or bisexual, then don't tell anyone yet. And same goes for if you're a guy. If you're a guy and you think you're gay or bisexual, but you're not sure yet, don't tell anyone. Don't do it for attention either. That gives all of us that actually love certain gender or both genders a bad name because then everyone thinks we're faking it. if it would be unsafe, like if your parents would beat you for it or anything like that. Side note, quick, a good video on coming out I would recommend you guys to watch is would be found on the YouTube channel Gay God. Matthew Lush, he's an awesome gay guy. He has some great things that I may not have said in this one, so I'd recommend looking through his videos and finding his coming out story. Again, his YouTube channel is Gay God. Um, if you know you're attracted to a guy and you're a guy, don't force yourself to date a girl to make people happy, and same goes for if you're a girl. Don't date a guy if you know you like just girls or girls and guys or whatever, just to please people. Um, if anyone wants to talk about their sexuality or anything else, feel free to talk to me. I will post my Twitter link if anyone doesn't feel like talking on here. I don't exactly know how talking on here works, or post in the comments or whatever. But sorry, my phone's retarded. I love you guys, and do what makes you happy, okay? If you feel you're ready to come out, then come out. Bye, pride, bitch.